So sad what they're doing to everything. I just can't stand it.
Oh, sad little Nazi. I'm breaking the Nazi heart. Look at that. This is a million times sadder than sad Keanu. Or sad Ben Affleck. Look how sad this Nazi is. How could you, Star Wars? You broke a Nazi's heart. How do you live with yourselves? Representation. Non-white characters. Non-men in film. Even though they make up half the population of the planet. Tucker Carlson. Oh yeah, I want to see this clip. Retired Army Colonel Douglas Macgregor, a frequent Fox News guest, has denigrated South Asian immigrants as insufficiently patriotic, described Indigenous Americans displaced by European settlers as Stone Age cannibals who live in unspeakable filth, and deployed anti-Semitic tropes about ruthless cosmopolitans being largely responsible for society's ills, and claimed that Democrats who bring in large numbers of illegals may have stolen the 2020 election from former President Donald Trump, according to a review by Media Matters of his publicly available speeches and recent interviews. Macgregor, who is a conspiracy theorist with a long history of xenophobic commentary, has made dozens of Fox appearances since 2017 and become the network star, Tucker Carlson's go-to voice for foreign policy discussions. Carlson has described Macgregor as our first choice for foreign policy analysis and defended the retired colonel when Macgregor's declaration of Fox in the United States would absolutely allow Putin to annex as much of Ukraine as he wishes drew criticism from one of Carlson's colleagues. Macgregor's reviews were so favorable to Putin that Russian state TV channels re-aired clips from the interview. It's pretty wild how, like, right now we're seeing these clips from Russian TV stations that are like, while Russia Today and Sputnik are banned in the country, we are very happy that there are people who are echoing our voices there, such as Tucker Carlson, and we will now show you the Tucker. Like, I'm not joking. That's like an actual segment before they introduce Tucker Carlson, and you're like, holy shit, that's a thing. What was the next thing you were going to go over yesterday? Oh yeah, I got that in the docket. We'll get there. Nick Fuentes will laugh at him and his boogers. Don't worry. So anyways, a leaked video has just been released of this Colonel Macgregor. Basically, this is Tucker Carlson's go-to geopolitical analysis, strategist, you name it. He's Fox News' hero. They love putting him on, and apparently he gave a very spicy speech.
But now we have a new problem on top of the old one. Now we have critical race theory. Now we have equity. And what we're being told is everything wrong in the United States is the fault of the quote-unquote white man, the European.
This seems to be a theme today.
Is our fault. This would be such a better place if only it reflected the nature, the character of everything that is not European. Well, good luck with that. The possibility that when we got to the New World, that the Stone Age peoples lived here, reached the average age of 30 before expiring, doesn't seem to occur to anyone. That they lived in unspeakable filth and unsanitary conditions, and they brutally murdered each other when they weren't eating each other. And this is the great civilization that we destroyed. It's nonsense.
Wow. Yeah. So, hey, I guess this one is kind of, how are you doing, Glenn Greenwald? How's your day going? Because Glenn Greenwald appears on Tucker Carlson all the time. He has not, he canceled our conversation the day of, hours before, by the way, Glenn. I'm definitely not heard about that. But he does say, when people ask him about this, that he doesn't think that Tucker Carlson is a white supremacist, doesn't think that a show is a white supremacist program. And it seems like the evidence of that, both in the actual words that come out of Tucker Carlson's mouth, the ones where he talks about white replacement theory and stuff like that, all the way to just being like immigrants are dirty, Mexicans cause crime, all that kind of stuff. Lies, by the way, just making up racist lies, shit like that. To one of his head writers, being exposed for a whole bunch of white supremacist comments, to now his go-to geopolitical analyst here seems to be saying some incredibly fucked up and racist shit. Like, how much evidence do you need? How much do you need to stack before you realize that Tucker Carlson is a fucking white supremacist? And not to mention, like, are people not seeing the overlap here? Is that not self-evident that it seems like the far right in all its incarnations in the United States is very pro-Putin? Like, Nick Fuentes right now is just like, Putin, he's daddy, Putin, like all this kind of shit. Like, goddamn. How can you ignore it? I think at this point you'd have to be like just willfully and just hopefully blissfully like it's just not real if I don't think about the collective body of work that he has. Then I don't have to think about it anymore. Oh, here's Nick Fuentes. What did he say? Stop putting women of color in movies. Pouts white nationalist Nick Fuentes. Star Wars is for the boys.
Star Wars is for boys. Star Wars is for boys, and we want to see.
No girls allowed in my clubhouse.
Star Wars is for boys. Star Wars is for boys, and we want to see white guys in Star Wars.
There's not enough white people in Star Wars.
It's because, you know, when you watch these movies, you got to think, like, who is this for? Who is this girl power shit for? Girls are not watching Star Wars. Star Wars is
not a single woman has seen Star Wars. I don't know how it keeps making all this money, though.
Not for girls. It's an action movie for boys.
Just boys.
Boys want to be Jedi, not girls.
Yeah, no.
So give us Anakin,
girls want to clean and cook for the
Obi-Wan.
Jedi.
Give us what we want.
You have such a surplus of what you are asking for. Do you have any idea? There's your cup runneth over right now with the Star War. Like, there is so much of it. And I mean, I'm very happy to report to you, Nick, the overwhelming majority of it happens to feature cis white protagonists, characters, you name it. So you're set. You're fine. You're gonna be okay. Like one specific trilogy has both a woman and a black protagonist, and suddenly it's like, yeah, we lost Star Wars. Girls, women, gross. They have vaginas and periods, I'm told, and yeast infections. They should cook and clean.
Okay. We do not want a girl Tusken Raider. I would never buy an action figure, a Hasbro action figure for the girl Tusken Raider. In Attack.
Cool story, bro. So wait, where's this one leading? Like, oh, can I learn about the ones that you would buy? You know, which ones are you willing to collect, Nick? Please. I'm sure the demographic of the white nationalists is something that everyone is deeply, you know, it's coveted.
Of the clones, the Tusken Raider women were like breeding slaves. Okay.
Isn't that exactly what you want?
Clones, when Anakin went out to the Tusken Raider camp to rescue his mom, the women had like a backpack for their children. They were
That kind of sounds like your ideal woman. Isn't that what you're always advocating for? That women should be birth vessels for good, proper Christian men? Isn't that the whole idea?
Concubines. They were not badass warriors. Oh, but this Tusken Raider tribe was woke. They're not violent. They are just peaceful. They're indigenous, and they're you know, a matriarchy apparently.
Okay, so if you're a little bit confused, I don't know if you are a huge Star Wars fan or if you watch Star Wars. There's no spoilers here, okay? But I will say that in the brand new Boba Fett TV series, there is an episode that features some Tusken Raiders, and yes, they are indigenous to the land. And there's a bit of a land back, if you want to say, light segment. Which is like, you know, it's kind of based to see them doing this within the Star Wars universe. You know, that there's not every Star War has to be apolitical, even though the original one was a pretty strong metaphor for the Nazis. Anyways, so there's a scene where Boba Fett tells these individuals that the land is indigenous to the Tusken Raiders, and that if you want to cross it from here on out, you are going to have to pay their taxes because they own the land, and they will give you safe passage in exchange for the taxes that you used to give to the other people in this case. So that's probably, I guess, the scene that really put this on all their radars was that one moment where they're like, holy shit, what the fuck is this fucking politics in my Star War? Ah!
Just give us Anakin and Obi-Wan. That's what we want. We do not want braids. We do not want SZA and freaking Carlson.
Jesus, you have, like, again, there's an Obi-Wan TV show. You just got the Boba Fett TV show. But before that, there was another. There's so many TV. There's so much Star Wars now, and still there's a lot of white people to choose from. Nick, you can still enjoy yourself. You know, there's still a lot of white men out there.
Already be Sith Inquisitor. So sad what they're doing to everything. I just can't stand it.
Oh, sad little Nazi. Breaking the Nazi heart. Look at that. This is a million times sadder than sad Keanu. Or sad Ben Affleck. Look how sad this Nazi is. How could you, Star Wars? You broke a Nazi's heart. How do you live with yourselves? Representation. Non-white characters. Non-men in film. Even though they make up half the population of the planet. That's the thing I can't wrap my head around. Like, women haters, like people who genuinely just hate women or don't want women to be in their place or all that kind of shit. Like, you don't want to see women in movies? That's half the human race. It's women. It's like, just did it not strike you as weird for so long that there was only a lot of white men in everything? Every single story, half the population didn't really have representation outside of being the sexual partners of those heroes. Kind of weird. I mean, like, you know, as the white man myself, like, yeah, I didn't think about it as much back then, but now when I do, I'm like, that's super strange. Very, very bizarre that. Maybe that doesn't make any sense, and we could have a better society. He's so sad.
Even in Batman, Catwoman's black, Gordon's black, the mayor is black, and she's
so they're not real. It doesn't matter. They're all fictional. They can be anything. Like, she could literally be a cat. It doesn't matter. It's not real. It's in a fictional universe with a fictional city, fictional town. It's fiction. These aren't real.
Black. She's not light skinned. I mean, she's black, and she's a badass. It's like, really, man?
Thank you. I appreciate that. Right Wing Watch. I haven't seen it yet. I'm very excited. Still getting over the COVID, so I'm excited to go see that Batman movie. Don't want to have it ruined for me. But thank you. I appreciate that.
Really? Black people are just freaking angels, I guess. I'm so sick of it.
Here's the thing. Black people actually, I mean, just as a concept, race itself, it doesn't exist. So the idea that black people are all good or black people are all evil, it doesn't really make any sense. Human beings are both good and evil. That's just kind of what humans are. There's going to be evil black people and good black people. There's going to be evil white people and good white people. There's going to be evil indigenous people and good indigenous people, because we're all humans. We're complex. We got layers. There's more to us than meets the eye. What happens when you brag about building an anti-black streaming platform, but then you also brag about having black streamers on that platform? By the way, Cozy TV, yeah, not cozy at all, is the new white nationalist streaming platform that Nick Fuentes started. Nick Fuentes has launched a new streaming video platform called Cozy TV. What makes it special? It's free speech, no censorship, and claims we are anti-gay, anti-woman, anti-black, and anti-Semitic. So... and then Nick Fuentes has, I don't know, parlayed or gabbed out. I don't know what he's on anymore. I'm proud to announce that we now have 4 Black Americans streaming on Cozy USA. Cozy, in partnership with the Black community. Stop disliking those posts. No shit. Look at this. Negative 453 to 217. Negative 459 to 50. What did you... It's so weird. I spent all day talking like a Nazi, walking like a Nazi, quacking like a Nazi, and then it just turns out for some random reason I'm surrounded by other Nazis. It's very utterly bizarre. I don't get it. I spend all day ranting about how I don't want women, black people, indigenous people, basically non-white people to be represented anywhere. I don't want them in my movies. I don't want them anywhere near me. Don't want them in my Star Wars. It's all deeply offensive. And yet for some reason, I don't know, surrounded by all these people who also don't want that. It's utterly bizarre. Cannot explain it. Stop disliking those posts. Oh man. Oh, there's more. White nationalist Nick Fuentes hates America and loves Russia and is literally cheering and saluting the Russian heroes of the special military operation in Ukraine. Wow. Why doesn't Infrared and Jackson Hinkle go on America First? Why haven't they gone on his show yet? It seems like they're all kind of crossing over.
I hate what this country has become. We have become a nation of fat retards. Fat, nose-picking, slobbering, dog shit animals is what we've become. And it's horrifying.
Wait, did he say nose-picking as a pejorative? because there may be some. I'm not going to show it to you. You don't have to see it. You've all seen Nick Fuentes eat his own boogers. You know what's the thing? There's video evidence of it. He has done it. He is on camera, picked his nose, and then had himself a little fancy feast. So I'm not gonna subject you to it. But it is an interesting turn of phrase for the little Nazi.
So I support Russia. I support Putin. This country is so messed up. So
no, if you would like to subject yourselves to it, and again, I'm not gonna deny you the pleasure. It's very easy to find. It's probably gonna be the first search result if you go into Google right now, and you're gonna have, again, you can go see yourself enjoy a fancy feast. That's all there is to it.
Go Russia! Go Russia! Go Russia! Down with Ukraine! Ukraine will be destroyed! There'll be a lot.
Here's the part I don't understand about either the white nationalists or the patriotic socialists, like, Jackson Hinkle and Haas. What's the plan? Have you thought this one out? Because if it's like we want to live in the age of multipolarity, we want to see the rise of both Russia and China and their combined forces to crush and destroy the United States. And as an American living in the United States, like, do you think at a certain point, like, are you trying to change the innards of the U.S. system as well simultaneously so that when the paradigm switch happens and the flip occurs, you'll suddenly be on the right side of that war? And then suddenly it'll be like, oh, welcome, comrades. Yes, 'twas me that betrayed the Americans. Here's the keys to all the nukes. And, can I be the hero? And if possible, maybe I can have a position in some form of government in the new country that we will not refer to as the US of A. It is United States 2, the better kind. Like, I don't understand where have they thought this out? Like, we want Russia to destroy the United States, destroy the evil Western imperial empire. It's like, okay, cool. So where do you see yourself fitting into this equation? Like, have you moved those chess pieces around? Where I'm curious. I would like to know. I would like to know at what point do you jump ship? You have a superpower for pausing videos at perfect moments. True. But it's my only superpower. I'm quite limited.
Ghosts in Kiev when Russia's through with them. Down with Ukraine. Down with the illegitimate state in Kiev. Up with Russia. And we love and support Vladimir Putin. The American dollar system will be displaced.
And again, okay, so say that happens. Say that the global currency switches from the American dollar to say like the yuan or a different form of currency, or even the rubles, whatever it is. Where do you see, again, how do you see this genuinely affecting both, do you want to see the mass starvation of millions of Americans? Would that please you? Would you like to see like a third of the population get shaved off, and then those who remain, they will be the pure ones who you can lead in some kind of future army? Like, I don't understand if they've, like, I don't know if they've thought this through yet. Or maybe they don't even understand what they're advocating for.
So go Russia, go all the way, go in, go hard. You're the pride of Moscow. Thank you for your service to all of the Russian heroes of the special military operation. Can we get an 07 in chat for our brave boys in red, white, and blue? Our brave boys in white, blue, and red.
No, we have to keep that in mind always and forever until it changes. But for now, yes, we found out through the documentary that this is in fact being filmed in his mother's basement. It is like he is the living stereotype. He's literally the living stereotype. He's, by the way, he's not, unfortunately for him, racially pure. Yes, that's correct. He's not 100% Aryan and white. Yes, he would not be in pleasant company, perhaps, for those who want to see, the resurrection of the white race or anything like that. And he also broadcasts from his mother's basement. For now, though, apparently he's moving out. He's trying to start a streamer house with baked Alaska and infrared. So that'll be in the future. I made the last one up, the infrared part. I don't have verification of that, but maybe just gonna put that out there into the ether and we'll see.
Fighting for freedom in Donbass. Can we get an 07 for our brave boys repping the white, blue, and red? The pride of the Tsar, pride of Moscow.
Wow. Cool. Well, I'm glad we took a look at what the white nationalists are up to.
Do you enjoy the Serfs but prefer not to have to use your eyeballs? Many are saying this. Well, we've got the solution for you. It's the Serf Times in podcast form. Available on most major podcasting networks now. If you enjoy it, please consider leaving a good review and feedback because it really helps the show out, apparently, and it's free, just like the podcast.
To our gods, Xander Corvus and Peyton L. Just, we are prepared to conduct many a human sacrifices in your honor. To our monarch, Tom Spiker, we are but your humble yet incompetent jesters, trying in vain to bring some levity into your life. To our Lord Trevor R., we give you thanks for this meager plot of land for us to toil away our pathetic existence. To our brave knights, Carl Wauer, Tony, D.M. Rivera, Resident Scarecrow, Sir Nickus, Mayred, Cheryl Alvarez, Ruben Kelly, Brandon, Words Greenwood, Nate, Hegbert Celine, Matthew Scarborough, Stellar Vision, Ariane McCarthy, Daniel Sutton, Coulter Smith, Jenna Tal, Quiet 185, Anna Loves Riley, Omni, Riley and Anna, Poodlehawk, The Tim Caucus, Multimondi, Trevor Janis, Lemmy 101, Anthropophojack, Saren 42, Catherine, Ramon Acosta, Incosin, Agent NDN, Violent Orchard, Political Puppy, Andreas Chiringuito, Zach Christensen, Todd Buckingham, and Todd Lajeunesse. We salute our mighty heroes off to conquest some bread in some far-off lands.